Hey there, skaters. Thanks a lot for tuning in. My name is Victor Hallthorpe. I am a professional inline skater and ice skater, 2-time Olympian, and part of the Rollerblade World team. Today, I am gonna make my own little study, something that I am personally super curious about, and I can only imagine some of you guys must have been asking yourself, how good are brand new bearings compared to the ones you've been using for quite a while? I've done multiple tests figuring out like, yes, good quality bearings will give you better roll, will make you skate faster. But how often will you need to replace your bearings to be at your best? And how much of a difference does it actually make to have brand new bearings? So in today's video, I've digged up the worst of my bearings, however good bearings, and then I am putting on brand new bearings. And I'm gonna test those two different sets of bearings. They're both the top of the game. They're ILQ9 bearings, as you can see here. But one of them is definitely not well maintained, whereas the other ones are straight out of the box, perfectly oiled, ready to roll. In my opinion, the fastest bearings you can get out there. I am gonna do two different tests. Same test, obviously, or two different skates. Obviously the same protocol. I'm gonna make sure to keep the exact same heart rate for both of these tests. It'll be a 5 kilometer, and I'm gonna go with my zone 3, meaning between my aerobic pace and my threshold. Of course, I'm gonna be sharing my pace with you guys. What was my average speed with the brand new bearings, and what was the average speed with the ones that I've been skating in the rain, used for about a year, have not maintained them well. They basically don't roll unless you really force it. How much of a difference? Personally, I have no idea, but I am super excited to find out. My best guess here is that we're talking multiple kilometers per hour. Personally, this is one of my big flaws. When you come home from a wet, cold skate, it's so easy to not put them in some sort of alcoholic liquid and then make sure to maintain them, clean them well, oil them for the next session. So this could be a wake-up call. For now, I'm just gonna do a really solid warm-up. Obviously, this is my zone 3. So for most of you people, I think could be your marathon pace. I am guessing with the speed skates, I'm gonna go 35 kilometers per hour on the good bearings, and then we'll see on the rusty ones. This also goes out to all the skateboarders, the scooter drivers. Good bearings or rusty bearings, does it actually make a big difference? Now, if you're interested in other ways where you can compare things and maybe go a little faster, I made more videos on is it faster with a skin suit, or can you just skate in your casual wear, and different wheel sizes. But for now, let's get down to business. I'll keep track on everything with my Garmin GPS watch. And of course, same heart rate, 145 is what I aim for. I'll do these as flying 5,000 meters. Not much wind today. Temperature is about 10 Celsius, so everything's gonna be exactly the same for these two 5 kilometer skates. Let's get to it. Now, given that I've already mounted the fast bearings, I am gonna start with, as you can see, they spin pretty well. I'm gonna start with these for the first 5,000 meter. Then after, of course, I'm gonna switch. I'll be using the same spacers, the exact same equipment, the same clothes, same outfit, and then we're just gonna see which one is faster or more. How much are they faster? The first of the two tests is done with good bearings. Felt pretty smooth, obviously just like normal skating. The average speed, I'll check up on the watch as I get home. I think it was about 36, a little above 36 kilometers per hour for average speed. Rolled into it, so I think the first kilometer was at 34. Heart rate got a solid 142 for average, or 141. And yeah, not bad. Now it's time to put on the shitty ass rusty bearings and see how hard it's gonna be to keep up, or rather, how much slower am I gonna go with the same intensity. Rusty bearings done and dusted. From what I could read on the watch, it was 8:43. I have no idea what that translated into kilometers per hour, but not ideal. All right, time to get back home, analyze, and give you the verdict. I'm now back home with my laptop here. I've been analyzing the results The effort, let's start with that, was basically the same. It was 1 beat per minute heart rate difference. Could be anything. I do feel like it was very, very accurate from one set to the other. It was in the middle of a long session, so I'd done some before, some after. So I think we can assume it was somewhat the same intensity. Now, looking at the speed, comparing the most rusty bearings I had, I couldn't even turn them around with my fingers until I put them inside the wheels and started rolling for a bit. With the rusty ones, I managed to get an average speed of 34.5 kilometers per hour over this 5-kilometer segment or test basically on the track here. And with the good bearings, brand new ILQ9 from Rollerblade, 36.1 kilometers per hour. So we're talking 1.6, a little more than a kilometer and a half per hour of a difference in speed. I honestly think I had expected it to be a little worse, like a bigger difference, for the fact that these were really the best of the best bearings and bearings in the absolutely worst possible conditions. I think it was pretty okay. Anyways, this goes out to all of us, myself included, as a really good reminder to make sure we clean our bearings properly whenever we skate in just moist rain, obviously, sand, gravel, whatever it could be that might affect them. Because I do believe if you maintain your bearings well, you can keep them alive for a long time. That way you can purchase good quality right off the bat because you know you're gonna last for a long time. I hope this was interesting. I was super curious to find out myself. Let me know in the comment section below what do you think about the results here? What you had expected? Is this also your own personal experience? And also, especially if you have any ideas for what you would want to see me do in my next video, if there's more comparisons to be made, well, I'm your guy, so let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this channel. That's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. See you around.